Welcome to the Pursuit of Glory. This is a real-life, real-time documentary about a 15-year-old Korean Australian boy with the dream to become a world boxing champion. Let us see if he can make it to the championship of the world. Skipping. At first glance, it looks repetitive, even boring. Just a rope, turning over and over, feet tapping the ground in rhythm. But in boxing, the simple act is far more than a warm-up. It is a foundation. Every fighter knows before the punches, before the combinations, before the glory, the feet must be light. Skipping teaches balance, coordination, and rhythm. The invisible weapons that make every movement in the ring possible. It's not glamorous, it's not exciting, and yet it must be done. Day after day, round after round, the rope becomes a test of patience and discipline. Because boxing isn't only about power, it's about endurance, timing, and the ability to stay calm while the body repeats the same motion again and again. Think of it this way. Skipping is the music beneath the fight, the rhythm that keeps a boxer alive when fatigue sets in. When the opponent presses forward, when the ring feels smaller and smaller. Without it, the feet grow heavy, the body slows, and the dream fades. So, the boy skips. He skips to build resilience. He skips to sharpen his focus. He skips to prepare for the battle ahead. To the untrained eye, it looks like a boy punching at thin air, but in truth, this is one of the most important exercises in boxing. If done with real focus, this is the closest thing to getting the real experience without risking taking a punch in the face. I remind him, make it real, visualize with focus. As an opponent is really in front of you, visualize his silhouette, his structure, his boxing guard. Then visualizing him attacking you with punches we practiced defending against. I instructed to move with intention and react to the imaginary opponent as if it was the real thing. The human imagination is the most valuable gift we all possess. Every invention, every creation, every dream that ever came to life was first born in someone's mind before it ever existed in reality. The airplane, the light bulb, the championship belt, all of them begun as visions before they became reality. So, the boy must learn to harness this gift, to see what is not yet there, to fight battles that have not yet begun, to prepare for opponents he has not yet met. Every slip, every counter, every punch thrown in shadowboxing is a rehearsal for the real thing. The imagination transforms the empty space into a battlefield, and the boy into a fighter. This is where champions are forged, not only in sweat and repetition, but in the mind's eye, because before victory can be lived, it must first be imagined. One must ponder on this deeply. Defending the jab cross hook, one of the most common combinations in boxing. Fast, fluid and dangerous. Every fighter will face it, so every fighter should learn how to defend against it. In this drill, I throw the jab cross hook at the boy, not to hurt him, but to teach him. I want him to get used to seeing the much used combination coming at him and get used to defending the punches. The critical thing in defense, just as it is in offense, is rhythm. If you can anticipate the opponent's rhythm and the punch combinations, then you can effectively block all the punches with your eyes closed. One must ponder on this extremely deeply. Going through these drills will also help his composure, which is one of the most important things in boxing. But that rabbit hole also goes deep, so we will address that in due time. By doing this drill, he learns to read the combination. He learns to trust his eyes, his instincts, and his training. Moreover, he is learning to understand what it means to be in a fistic battle. Every great boxer knows that the jab cross hook is coming sooner or later. The question is, Will you be ready to block it? Jab, step back jab. A jab is more than a strike, it's bait. The boy throws his jab not to damage, but to invite. He asks the opponent a question, daring him to respond. And the opponent does. He fires back with his own jab, believing he's found the rhythm. But this is where the trap is sprung. The instant the boy jabs, baits his opponent, he steps back, just one step, just enough to make the counter jab fall short. The opponent commits, but the target is gone. And in that empty space, the boy returns, not with hesitation, but with commitment, as his second jab shoots forward, punishing the opening created by the opponent's mistake. This is the art of deception. Attack to lure, retreat to deny, and then strike to punish. Sun Tzu wrote, "Lure with bait, strike with force." The jab, step back jab, is that wisdom in motion. It takes patience, timing, and control. It's not about throwing punches blindly. It's about shaping the fight, dictating the rhythm, and turning the opponent's aggression into his downfall. Every baiting jab is a lesson. Don't rush. Don't react without thought. Every step back is a reminder. Distance is power. And every return jab is proof that discipline beats impulse. This move is more than technique. It's strategy, philosophy, and mastery in motion. Uppercut, left rib, roll under. Inside the pocket, every second counts. The boy is learning that attack without defense is reckless, and defense without attack is timid. To master the inside fight, he must blend both into one seamless flow. It begins with the uppercut. Sharp, vertical, straight up the middle. The punch snaps towards the chin, forcing the opponent's guard high, drawing his attention to the danger in front of him. The uppercut is not just a strike, it's a distraction, a command that says protect your chin. But while the opponent's defense rises, another opening appears. The ribs, the liver, the body, left vulnerable. The boy shifts his weight and drives the left rib into the side. It's punishing, it's draining. It's the kind of shot that takes the wind and reminds the opponent that every reaction has a cost. The uppercut blinds, the left rib breaks. Yet, the combination is not complete, because in the pocket, it is never safe to stay in one spot after an attack, as a good fighter will fire back, often with the left hook. So, the boy finishes with responsibility. With wisdom, he rolls under, slipping beneath the counter, letting the hook sail harmlessly overhead. Offense flows into defense, and defense flows into offense. This is the rhythm of mastery. Strike, punish, protect. Sun Tzu wrote, "He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious." The role is that prudence is the reminder that victory is not just about landing punches, it is about denying the opponent's chance to answer. The uppercut left rib, then roll is more than a combination. It's a philosophy. philosophy in motion. Attack to create, punish to exploit, defend to endure. The boy learns that true mastery is not reckless aggression, nor passive caution. It is the harmony of both. One must ponder on this deeply. Furthermore, one must practice this diligently. Feint to the head, jab to the body. In boxing, not every punch is meant to land. Some are meant to deceive. The boy is learning the art of the feint, how to make the opponent believe one thing while preparing another. He lifts his lead hand, hinting at a jab to the head. The opponent's instinct is immediate. The guard rises to protect the chin. But that movement is exactly what the boy wants. The feint is the decoy, the illusion. The real attack comes next. As the high guard shifts high, the boy drives his straight jab into the body. Sharp, stabbing, punishing. A well-placed jab to the gut doesn't just score. It takes a wind, drains the energy, and reminds the opponent that every action has a cost. The combination is a lesson of control. The feint manipulates. The jab punishes. It's not about throwing punches blindly. It's about shaping the opponent's behavior, forcing him to defend where there is no threat, and striking where he is most vulnerable. Sun Tzu wrote, "All warfare is based on deception. The feint to the head, the jab to the body is that wisdom in motion. Trick the eyes, move the guard, and then strike with precision." The boy learns that boxing is not just about power, it's about patience, deception, and timing. The feint is the decoy. The jab to the body is the true attack. Together, they teach that a clever fighter doesn't just fight the man in front of him, he fights his mind. Jab, jab, cross, rip to the body. This is not just a combination, it's a philosophy in motion. The first jab is the question. The second jab is the demand. The cross is the truth, straight and undeniable. And then the rip to the body, that's the wisdom, striking where the opponent least expects it. Every jab is a brushstroke, painting pressure across the canvas of your opponent's guard. You're not just throwing punches, you're writing a story of inevitability. The face becomes the distraction, the barrage that blinds. And when the guard rises, When the ribs are exposed, you carve your mark with the left rib. Precision, timing, patience rewarded. The jab is your lantern in the dark. It lights the path. The cross is the spear piercing through the resistance. And the rip is the reminder that battles are won not only on the surface but deep within. Stay sharp. Stay disciplined. Don't rush the sequence. Let each punch breathe. Jab to measure. Jab to command. Cross to break. And rip to punish. This is the art of deception. The science of openings. The philosophy of persistence. You are not just practicing a combination. You are practicing control, patience, and the wisdom of striking when the moment is right. Jab, jab, cross rip. Again, jab, jab, cross rip. Each repetition is a lesson. Each strike is a step closer to mastery. And mastery is not just about the number of punches you throw, it's about the clarity of the ones you land. One must ponder on this deeply. In boxing, everyone talks about the fists, but the real battle starts right here in the core. Every sit-up he does isn't just building muscle, it's building armor. Because a boxer's core isn't just for show, it's a shield. Behind these muscles are the organs that keep a fighter alive. The liver, the kidneys, the diaphragm, the solar plexus. If any one of these take a clean shot, the body shuts down, no matter how tough the mind is. That's why this work matters. This is where champions are made, not under bright lights, but on the floor, rep after rep, strengthening the very center that holds everything together. Most people never see this part. They see the punches, the speed, the knockouts, but they don't ask the foundation. The quiet moments where a young fighter learns to protect the parts of himself that the world will try to break. Every sit-up is a promise to endure, to resist, to rise again. This is more than just training. This is preparation for the shots life throws when you least expect them. And is learning to take them and keep on moving forward. One must ponder on this deeply. Furthermore, one must practice this diligently. Core work is the essence. In boxing, the punch you see coming rarely hurts you. It's the one you don't expect, the one that snaps the head back. That can end a fight in a single moment. That's why neck strength is not optional, it's essential. A boxer's neck is the anchor of the entire body, and when the neck is weak, every punch lands heavier. The head whips back, the brain shakes, and the lights can go out before the fighter even knows what happened. But when the neck is strong, everything changes. A strong neck absorbs impact, stabilizes the spine, and keeps the head from snapping violently on contact. It buys a fighter those precious milliseconds, the difference between staying conscious and hitting the canvas. This work may look simple, slow, repetitive, but this is where resilience is built. This is where a young fighter learns to withstand the forces that would break most people. Every rep is a layer of protection. Every hold is a promise to endure. Every moment of discomfort is an investment in the ability to stay standing when the world tries to knock you down. Neck strength isn't glamorous, but champions know. It's one of the quiet secrets that keep a fighter alive in the ring. One must ponder on this deeply. Furthermore, one must practice this diligently. In boxing, push-ups are more than just a mere warm-up or a cool-down exercise. They're the foundation of a fighter's strength. Every rep builds the chest, shoulders and triceps, the crucial muscles that drive every jab, every cross, every counter. Push-ups do more than create power. They build endurance, the kind that keeps a fighter's hands up when the body wants to quit. This simple movement teaches discipline, forces the body to work as one unit, and builds the kind of strength that shows up when the bell rings and the pressure rises. Push-ups don't make a boxer look strong, they make a boxer stay strong.